Hi Aries, this is your June mid-month tarot reading. We'll have three separate spreads in this mid-month reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love. In the second spread, we'll be looking at an existing love in a relationship or marriage. And in the third spread, we'll be looking at an ex making a comeback if there is one coming back to you. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is a new love in the second half of June. We have the King of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Cups clarified by the Two of Pentacles, we have the Fool clarified by the Nine of Cups. In the potential outcome, we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles, and we also have the World on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Well, here's the deal, Aries. In order for you to be with this King of Pentacles, or in order for them to be with you, something has to come to an end, and or someone has to leave someone or something behind. It's a bit of a gamble, it's a bit of a taking a risk, but yeah, I think it will pay off in a big way. For some of you, you are leaving someone behind. Perhaps you are in a relationship which is on the fritz, it's done, it's over with, and this King of Pentacles comes along and you're leaving another person. For others of you, you could be leaving your belief system behind. If you live with roommates, you could be leaving them behind, or your parents' house behind. Or perhaps for some of you, you're relocating, so the two of you could be together, or they are. Or perhaps both of you are doing the same thing, right? Either way, yeah, the King of Pentacles, the first card that came out, that's the person coming into your life. And they could be an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or somebody with a lot of Earth in their chart. If they're not an Earth sign, this is somebody who is very grounded, down to Earth. They could be wealthy. They could be an entrepreneur or working for a financial institution. And the next card that came out is the Eight of Cups, clarified by the Two of Pentacles, right? Actually, let's talk about more than just those two cards together. You see how we have the Eight of Cups, the Fool, where the candle is, and we also have the World on the bottom of the deck. Those three cards are talking about the same thing, right? The World is a card of an ending, but the thing about the World, it's a card of a happy end. This is when one chapter of your life comes to an end, and a new happy or happier chapter of your life is about to begin. The World could also be someplace remote, so for some of you it's about relocation, right? Yeah, the Eight of Cups, again, is a card of leaving, and I already talked about what or whom you could be leaving behind. And the Fool right there in the middle is a card of a brand spanking new beginning, okay? The Fool is a card of taking a risk. The Fool is a card of a bit of a gamble, but let's face it, every relationship we enter is taking a risk, every single one of them. It's just a matter of a 5% of a risk, or a 95% of a risk, or anywhere in between. Alright, and therefore I think the Eight of Cups is clarified by the Two of Pentacles, right? The Two of Pentacles is a card of weighing pros and cons. Do I want to do this? Do I want to take this risk? Do I want to take this leap of faith? Do I want to relocate? Right? And the answer is yes. I think you will come to the conclusion that it's going to be worth it, right? The reward is going to be worth the risk. The Fool is clarified by the Nine of Cups. The Fool is actually one of your major arcana cards, Aries, but again, it's a card of going for it, right? The Nine of Cups, clarifying that, is a card of a personal satisfaction and fulfillment, all right? And I think that's how you're feeling this way, right? Even though people could be talking for some of you after what you're about to do, even though for some of you it could be a taboo, but you're still doing it because you believe it's good for you with that Nine of Cups. Okay, in the potential outcome, we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. You're the Queen of Wands, so essentially you're in your own reading twice. Like I said, the Fool is one of your major arcana cards, and we all agree the Queen of Wands, that's probably or most likely you, right? And before I forget, I always like when I see a king and a queen in the same reading, right? I always like it. That means you vibe on a very similar level, the king and the queen level. That's a high vibrational level, if you ask me. And the Queen of Wands, in the potential outcome, is surrounded by the Ace of Pentacles to the left and the Ten of Pentacles to the right. Definitely worth it. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles is a golden opportunity. That card often comes through as a proposal, but that card also is a card of somebody who is ready to settle down, ready to start a family, ready to get serious. And then the Ten of Pentacles right next to the deck is a rock-solid commitment, or a pile of cash, or real estate, or all of the above. Well, hopefully all of the above. That's what I wish for you, Aries. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles is when people buy real estate together, they enjoy financial abundance together, have children together, and live long, happily ever after together. Alright, so yes, this risk is definitely going to be worth the reward. Okay, really happy for you, Aries. Congratulations. Aries, if you are already married or if you're in a relationship, the spread is for you. We have the Queen of Wands clarified by the Six of Wands. We have the Hierophant. We have the King of Wands clarified by the Sun. And we have the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fellow fire sign or a Taurus or whatever your person's zodiac sign is. You know what? It looked so awesome. Before I started clarifying, we had the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands, the Hierophant in the middle. Then I flipped the deck over. We had the Two of Cups. But I got so inspired by the first spread I just did for you. I don't know if you watched it, but the first spread was all about taking a risk. And that's what I did. So I clarified both the King and the Queen of Wands, and I'm glad I did. So it just made it a little even better. There it is. First of all, the King and the Queen of Wands, right? If your person is a fire sign just like you, or if they have a lot of fire in their chart, it makes total sense. If they're not, that's fine too. That means you guys are on the same page. The King and the Queen of Wands, as a matter of fact, I usually call it my partners in crime couple. Alright? And the Hierophant in between the King and the Queen of Wands, yes, it's a card of a commitment, marriage, something formal, something official. It's a very spiritual card. It's a very educational card. It's a fantastic card to have. Alright, and the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck is a card of a soulmate connection. It's a card of unconditional love. It's a card of when two people are on the same page. Right, the Queen of Wands is clarified by the Six of Wands is a card of victory, success, recognition, feeling good about yourself or feeling good about what's going on. It's also a card of a proposal. Yeah, this card used to be called the proposal card. I don't know who is proposing to whom, if that's the case, but it's here. And the Sun clarifying the King of Wands is a Leo card, but the Sun at the same time is the happiest card in the deck. And there's also a kid riding a horse in the Sun card, so perhaps a child or children are somehow a part of this equation. You could be taking your child to, I don't know, somewhere. Right, if you already have one. Perhaps you will find out you're expecting with the Sun card, right? Or, like I said, it's just something amazing, something awesome happening, right? The King and the Queen of Wands, the Hierophant, these are all amazing cards. So yes, I am glad I took that risk, clarified the King and the Queen. Yeah, it just made it better. You can leave me a comment, let me know what's going on here, but this is a beautiful spread, all right? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Aries, in the second half of June. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the Nine of Wands, clarified by the Five of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, clarified by the Six of Cups. We have the Empress, clarified by the Ten of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Well, I assume you're the Empress, Aries, alright? And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to call it a 50-50. It's a 50-50. However you want to handle this, Aries, right? I know you're hurting from what happened between the two of you. And by the way, we do not have any court cards, so they could be any zodiac sign. Whenever they come back to you, I think your initial response is going to be, I am not so sure if this is a good idea. The Nine of Wands, the first card that came out, I believe this is your reaction when they come back. This is a card of a wounded warrior. It's a card of somebody who is suspicious, nervous, skeptical. The Five of Cups clarifying it is a card of grieving the past or thinking about the past. So you're a wounded warrior based on what happened between the two of you. Right, the Three of Pentacles clarified by the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card of a soulmate connection, and it's also a card of somebody coming back from the past. The Three of Pentacles is, I think, how you will meet. It's going to be a group setting, a bunch of friends or some other group setting where people get together and do something together. Could be somebody from work, or they could have something to do with the way you make your money. Okay, the Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, I think they will either give you something or send you something. Or the Page of Pentacles could be like tickets to a show or a game or a concert of some sort. This is what they may offer. when you two run into each other, or if both of you are attending the same group setting, they may tell you, oh, by the way, yeah, I've got tickets to the show, or by the way, I'm glad I ran into you, I found something at my home that belongs to you, would you want it back? But in order for that to take place, the two of you will have to see each other again, so they could give it to you. Again, you're the Empress, right? The Empress is just a fantastic card to have. You're doing very, very well with the Empress. The person in the Empress card always is doing very well. However, the Ten of Wands clarifying it is a card of a burden. So this whole situation is going to be a bit of a burden. I don't know what happened between the two of you, but again, you're going to be like, I don't know if this is such a good idea. Okay, so that's why I called it a 50-50. Aries, that's why I called it a 50-50. It's up to you, however you want to handle this. Alright, so yeah, that's what I have for you, Aries, for this reading, for this time period. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Aries, have an amazing the rest of June.